ladies and guided missiles. Well, yes, you see, it may very well look like a bit of a jazz guitar, but make no mistake, this is a rock machine. So, let's have a little listen to it, and then I shall tell you all about it. So let's do that. So, pick-up time, and starting, as we do, with the distorted or noisy setting, and we'll start with what am I on about? There's just the one, isn't there? So, let's listen. That was over in a trice. So listen to it on clean. And really, just before we listen to it on clean, what I will tell you is that I'm dialing pretty much everything down from where my settings usually sit, because this thing is just bonking out so much. Anyway. awesome, really awesome. Okie dokie, let's have a jolly good look round it. Look, I know I've done noisy already, but I'm just gonna. Sorry, couldn't help it. So I hope you enjoyed the sound bites there. And yes, now as you know, I'm not a fan of big buses. I do like a little sports car. And this is, it looks like a 335, but of course it is a 339. And these were only made in 2013. And so in that regard, they're quite limited. And yeah, can't find the damn things. Maybe, well, I don't know, maybe they weren't that popular for whatever reason, but anyway, let's have a look at the specs and whatnot. So we'll start as we do with the headstock, and what you have got is a silkscreen Gibson logo at the top there, and the truss-rod cover, you will note, is in a tortoiseshell finish, which conveniently matches the tortoiseshell tenon cover, and that is quite a long tenon on there. There's a couple of little surprises about these guitars. Well, apart from the fact you may have noticed that we do not have any F-holes, so whether that saves money or not, I don't really know. There's only one pickup, of course, but you can dial in different tones from just really using the volume and tone knob, certainly, but it's got that dirty fingers in it, and that is pumping out late 16s, which is ridiculous. It's so powerful, and I've had to dial every setting down on my amplifier to make it, on my tiny Blackstar ID Core 40, to make this fit in with the backing track that I played along to. So, surprise number one, no F-holes. Surprise number two, only one pickup. Surprise number, astonishingly, 3, which is probably surprise number 1, really, if we're honest. Now, you can see the guitar is all in black, and this is a very, very shiny gloss finish. But check it out. Pay a little more attention to the side of the neck, and yes, the neck has got binding, but it's black binding, so you can't really see it. Cool. So, round the back of the headstock, we have got Gibson Rotomatic tuners, which I like. They're probably my favourite, not because they perform any better than the others, but I just like the way they look. So, we've got a beautiful, beautiful volute. They could, do you know what? They could have detailed it out to look like a Stinger. That would have been quite nice, but, you know, never mind. The neck, surprisingly, is mahogany, and I say surprisingly because the body is not. It's that typical 335 maple, poplar maple sandwich that you get with Memphis hollow bodies, and it is a hollow body, certainly. So we have, well, as you might expect, only one tone and one volume because there's only one pickup, and that, written for my money, that really is all you need on this. And this guitar, I know I keep saying this, but this is, you know, I'm quite careful about what I look for. This is another very, very low mileage instrument. There's not, as far as I can see, tell me if I'm wrong, there is not a nick or a ding, and there's only really the very, very barest of picking swirls on there. There's not even any buckle rash on it, for crying out loud. The guy must have worn 2 jumpers when he was playing it. They did, very sadly, come only with, excuse me, only with the soft Gibson padded bag. this will, when it goes, because this will be walking out the door, this will come with a Stag hardshell case for, well, you know, security. I really am so nervous about posting guitars in softshell cases, but that's just me. So, you know, 22 frets, the fingerboard is, the fingerboard is so smooth. And it's probably so smooth because it's baked maple. So there's the construction and fit and finish, and this thing is clean and it is so powerful. Looks like a jazz guitar, but let me tell you, if you even say the word jazz to it, it will punch you in the face, because this is what I would describe as a gentleman thug. It looks all, you know, all clean and polite, a little bit Tom DeLonghi, I think, really. And that Dirty Fingers humbucker, my word. There is, I think the Dirty Fingers is in fact the Gibson's most powerful humbucker, and it's beautiful. Now, what you will note, you see, around the back here, is that there is a cavity control plate. Now, of course, in the 335s, there isn't one, because what they did was they used to fish all the electronics through the F-holes and construct them in that way. So, inside your cavity control plate, you should see a photo back here, you've got, actually it's got, you know, it's all Gibson stuff, but it's a Gibson PCB board. And really quite weirdly, just let me double check, no, so you've got a humbucker, but what they could have done, although I'm kind of glad they didn't, they could have very easily turned this into a coil split, so that you would have had a greater variety of tones. But I am not a fan of coil splits, as you will probably know. So we've got black hardware, black, and it's untarnished. We've got a black stop tail, which is, you know, the advanced plating, and of course a black tune-o-matic, and the pickup shroud is actually black chrome. Yes, so the chrome has been painted to be black, and usually what I'd expect to see, and you can see some evidence of it just here, is where that black finish has slightly worn away, which does reveal the chrome behind it there. So, it's a small 335, feels like a Les Paul, and it rocks like a demon. What a great guitar. And as I say, only produced them for 2013. If you can find one, you'll be very lucky. But these are just absolutely superb to play. Nom, 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 nom. So with all of that said, I think I've covered everything, have I? Yes, we've done the construction, the hardware. Yeah, beautiful guitar. Very quite rare, quite difficult to find these days, I should say. So, bag yourself a bargain. Always look for the usual things. You're always going to obviously look at the volute here, where the head meets the neck, and of course the area where the neck meets the body. And this is so, for a guitar that is 9 years old, this really the only playing evidence is, like I say, the very lightest of pick swells here, and just this tiny bit of exposed chrome on the pickup shroud. Lovely stuff. So with all that said, I shall bid you a fond farewell, and thank you all ever so much for having a look, and I'll see you all soon, toes. Adios amigos, from me and the Gentleman Thug. Ta-ra.